August is RPGaDay month, and what it is every day for the entire month of August there is a new question, and folks from across the RPG hobby post their answers to those questions. You can tweet, you can make YouTube videos, you can blog post it, you can post it on social media, but answer the questions, include the hashtag RPGaDay, and I will include the instructions and this image in my video description so that you can join the conversation. Today is August 5th, and that means today's topic is who is your favorite recurring NPC? And if you watched my video from yesterday, I said I would be hard-pressed not to pick the giant grizzled cigar-smoking gunslinger who was constantly at odds with my paladin, but I gave it some thought, and I did come up with a second choice, I guess, and that would be Sildar Hallwinter from the 5th edition starter set. And while he was a pretty memorable NPC for my first playthrough as a player, I've really enjoyed Sildar as a recurring character when I'm running it as a GM. And this is because I've run the starter set probably about a half dozen times now, and I've watched the different ways that parties let him evolve. And I don't want to say anything that's going to spoil it because it is the starter set and a lot of folks use it to get into the hobby, so I don't want to include any spoilers here. But I've watched Sildar go from just being like a background character. I've watched him become the mayor of the town because the party didn't like the current headmaster of the town, so they rallied the townsfolk to have an election and emplaced him as kind of the lord or mayor of the town to help bring stability to the region. I've watched a group help him set up a questing house for the Order of the Gauntlet. So he set up a faction guild hall in town and had other adventurers going out and doing stuff in the region to help bring stability and stabilize the region, especially once the mine was up in production. And I've even had a game where even after the starter set, the group moved into the Princes of the Apocalypse module, but Sildar was still an NPC back in Phandalin that they stayed in communication with via written mail, but they also came back to town several times to talk to him, ask his opinion and stuff, help him out, or just kind of keep him up to date on their adventure over in the next area off the Sword Coast and into the area of Red Larch. So it's kind of silly to pick just the starter set helper NPC, but I think it's interesting all the different ways that I've seen him evolve, and not just in a single game. He can go from just being a helper NPC to being the lord of town, being a character that the party was coming back to even when they were in double-digit levels, to continue seeking his advice, keeping him abreast of their journeys, and especially since he can recruit people into the Order of the Gauntlet, I think it makes him a really great recurring NPC. So that's my answer for day 5. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.